Welcome to session number 4 on how to walk in the power of God, the secret to the power of God. You know, if you go back and study the ancients, if you go study back the early fathers, they practiced this principle. Great men, women of God, they practiced this principle. That's how they flowed in the power of God, because they tapped into a secret to the power of God. And so A.W. Tozer said, you cannot seek God until He has sought you. You cannot seek God until He has sought you. In other words, even when it comes to praying, David said in the Psalms, he said, quicken me and I'll call upon your name. So really, real prayer, if you want to really get into real praying, if you want to pray before God and really begin to let your petitions be made or supplication or intercession, you've got to allow the Spirit of God to quicken you. When does that quickening take place? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm going to tell you. The Word of God says here in Psalm 81, if you go there and verse number 15, it says, quicken thou me that I may call upon thy name. So God is saying that we got to wait upon the Lord until the Spirit of God quickens. Now there are times, I've done this morning. I got up at 5 a.m. this morning. In fact, it must have been about 4:45. And when I got into my area where I go and really begin to sit still and get quiet before the Lord, I have found a place in my townhome. And what I found, it's 3 stories. On the third level, that's where our bedroom is. I have a closet there, and I have a chair in my closet. And I found that is the quietest place for me. If I went to the second floor, because we're basically on the main drag, a lot of traffic goes across that main street. And if I go further down, obviously it's going to get even more noisier. So what I do, to cut out all the noise, this morning, I spent 30 minutes in just being still. You said, what do? I just sat. I begin to, whose mind is stayed upon Him, He gives perfect peace. I just begin to stay my mind upon the Lord. Also, what I also do is, even though I am quiet, my spirit man is praying. I will pray in the Spirit, not with my mouth open. Okay, I'm sitting and I'm still, but my spirit is praying. My spirit is communicating with my Creator. My spirit is communicating with my Lord. And as I sit and wait, this portion of Scripture comes to mind. Quicken thou me, revive me, David says. Revive me. Well, you're going to walk in the power of God? You got to wait. It's in that place of waiting that God quickens you. And that quickening will help you the whole day long. You will be surprised what that quickening could do, especially as you go to the marketplace, especially when you are interacting with others. You will find that quickening power that's within you will rise up. The Word of God says in Psalm 80, verse number 18, quicken thou. The word quicken there is an interesting word. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead quickens us. You need to wait upon God to quicken you. Then you will become effective in your daily praying, and you will literally walk in the power and the presence of God. We're going to pick this up on our next session. Thank you for watching, and I respect your time, and so I pray that you will join us for our next session. Thank you very much.